Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Tabletalk. In this episode, as a special thanks to 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a face reveal, as well as a top 10. So for the first time, I'm the husband, Matt.
And I'm the wife, Bernie.
And this is our top 10.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with honorable mentions because there's a ton of good games, and since we had to squeeze in 10, I have some games that I really like that couldn't make it into the 10.
Okay. Also, I'm not looking at peripherals, but I think we're going to have one crossover.
I think we're going to have more than one crossover.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Maybe two.
Okay, do you want to start with your honorable mentions first?
So, for my honorable mentions, I have Star Realms, Luxor, Viticulture, and Splendor.
Oh my gosh! I forgot about them games. I totally forgot about Viticulture. I do like that game. We have over 500 games, by the way, so it was a hard list.
Yeah, most of what we have, we own. Some of which we may or may not own. I don't know what's on your list.
On the list? Oh.
I do have one that we technically purchased, but we don't own yet. It's not in our repertoire.
So I kind of looked at the games that we had, and then that's what I put on the list. So the games that have not come in, I did not think about. And the games that we played that I like, but we don't have, I did not think about. But here are my honorable mentions. I have Blank Slate because it's a great party game. And my family loves it. We can play it with anybody, basically.
Yeah, it's good for family functions, period.
I have Stone Age. I like the game, but we don't get to play it a lot because I win too much. I have Kerala. I really like that game. And I have Blockers. That is the one game in the beginning that I bought used. Like, I really like that game. I bought it used.
Yeah, so viewer discretion, we pretty much never buy used games.
Yeah.
For the most part. We've recently beginning to dabbling in that.
Yes, I recently started buying used
games.
games.
Very recently.
Yes. Okay, so those were our honorable mentions. Now let's start with number 10.
Number 10. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Okay,
you want to roll a dice
10.
for it?
Oh, that's fine. My number 10 is Splendor. That was your honorable mentions.
Yes.
Yes.
Any particular reason why it's number 10?
Well, it's in the top 10.
Why it's there?
It's in the top 10 because we played this game a lot, so we liked it. But then it's number 10 because I kind of got tired of playing it because we played it too much.
Burnt out a little bit.
Yes. So
okay.
I do like this game though.
All right. Well, funny enough.
Yeah.
My number 10 is the one game. It was in your honorable mentions, and it became played anywhere. Blank Slate.
Blank Slate?
Yes.
Okay.
Blank Slate is my number 10 because of that very reason. It is great for family functions. It's like, even if, like, I don't play board games, you can possibly rope them into it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one game that you can bring to a family function and may even be able to rope in the people that are like, nah, board games? Pfft, I don't play those.
That's how we did get some people to play board games. Like, hey, this is a really easy game. And we start playing, they watch, and then they, like, contribute some words. So, yeah.
Yes.
And we do have a how to play Blank Slate. So you could watch our YouTube video, how to play Blank Slate, if you're interested in that game.
Okay.
All right.
So you did your number 10 first. I'll do my number 9. We'll alternate.
Okay.
So my number 9 is on the same realm of party or mini player count. It's Welcome to. I enjoy it because it's fairly easy. I mean, there's a lot of information to take in upon your initial play, but after like literally for 2 turns, you kind of get the hang of what's going on. But yeah, no, it's good. It can play as many people as essentially you got paper for,
or the app,
or if download the app because they have an app to go with it. I think it's a great, easy game. It's very light. That's all I got to say about that.
Do we make a welcome to video of how to play yet?
No, that is on the list.
That's future pending then. Okay, my number 9 is Ingenious. It's an older game. It's abstract. I really enjoy playing the game. We play it a lot, and we do have an app of Ingenious, but it's like outdated. So if you had it in the past, you got it. But if you want to try to get it now, you're not going to be able to.
I got it in a bundle of various digital games, and I don't even know. I think it was iPhones were on like the Apple 4. Like it's been a while, and it's barely works on my current Android device.
Okay, so my number 8 is Valdora. This game has been on my to-buy list for the longest of time. I don't think you can buy it in the US anymore unless you buy it on eBay. I got lucky and we bought it at a gaming convention. If you watched our previous video of our game convention.
You'll see it in our BGG Spring Haul.
Yes. I was so happy for this buy because I was hoping to go over to Europe because I think they still had it in Europe. I don't know. But we got it here, so I'm really happy about this game.
It's a really good game. Mm-hmm. What are we on? Number 8.
Yes.
Number 8 is, for me, is Pan Am.
Oh, man. I don't think we're going to have too many overlapping.
I told you, I think we hit our 2 with the honorable mentions. But we'll see.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I really like Pan Am. I don't know what it is. It's just, there's a lot of games on my list that when I play them, I just have this feeling, and it's like, I really like this. And it's like almost, I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
Gotcha.
But that one definitely hits that spot.
Well, Pan Am is a good game. I think it's like low on the radar, but you can still buy it. So if you're interested,
as of the recording of this video, you can still buy it.
Yes, if you're interested, you can check that one out. All right, so it's your turn to do number 7.
Number 7. Mm-hmm. My number 7 is not a popular one with you. Is Tiny Towns.
Oh my gosh, I do not like Tiny Towns.
I like it because it is, in my opinion, it combines the concept of abstract, but also like a puzzle.
Okay.
And I like putting puzzles together, and abstract's in your wheelhouse. But that one specifically is just because, depending on how many players in a 4-player game, 3 of your possible things are out of your control.
So with Tiny Towns, I mean, it's not a bad game. I can play it. I kind of like it, but I hate it in the fact that I am pre-planning. And when I'm like, ooh, I want to put this here, put that there, and then I start putting these cubes down, and then I'm planning too much ahead, and I do not have space.
Oh yeah, and then the next player pulls a resource that you're like, I didn't need that.
Yes, so that's my issue with Tiny Town. It's a good game. It's just, I think way too...
You overplan.
I overplan, and you can't overplan in that game.
No, you got to plan like 3 buildings.
Yeah.
And then have all that empty space to be like, okay, based on what everyone else is going to call out, I'm going to just figure out what I'm going to do with that.
All right, so my number 7 is Ticket to Ride. And I'm going to just say Ticket to Ride in general, no
the
specific.
Entire series.
Yes, I like Ticket to Ride because I feel like it's an easy game to play. It's like a good intro game. And we played it a lot. That's the reason it's a little bit on the lower end of my top 10 because we played it a lot, got burnt out on it. But we bought other maps, and that is bringing it back into the table.
It helps mix it up for you.
Yes, definitely.
Because that's why we don't play US too much.
Yes, no, we don't.
Your US map, base map, you're burnt out on that one.
We're a few maps short of the complete collection.
As of the recording of this video.
The goal is to get all of them.
Yes. We're just a couple short.
All right.
So that was, what was that?
Number 7.
Number 7, I did Tiny Town, so that means you're first or 6.
Number 6 is Canvas.
Canvas.
The reason I like Canvas so much is a really pretty game, and it's kind of a simple concept. It is a lot of things to think about. Sometimes the cards you need are out there to grab, and sometimes they're not. But I just love the artwork and how it's easy to play. It's just, are you gonna score points getting the right symbols that you need?
Right, the right paintings. Essentially.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
A good choice.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't necessarily care for the canvas. I mean, I admit it is a good game, but I think the part of it that I don't like is, at the end of the day, you're kind of limited to a couple selections, and then you just have to deal with whatever you can get your hands on. Because, I mean, like, even if you like, oh, I really want that nice card, and then you'll end up spending all your inspiration tokens to get that one good thing, so grab it for everyone else. And then you kind of, stuck for the rest of the game getting the free one, or the one, like, right at the very front.
So, we don't have the expansion yet. It is going to be coming in the mail, but I wonder how... I haven't looked into, like, how it changes the game. I know it's, like, front and back. I wonder if that changes anything.
Probably gives you more options.
I don't know exactly how. I'm looking forward to the expansion. So what's your number 6?
My number 6 is, I think because it's a special one that's near and dear to my heart, and that is Acquire.
I was thinking about adding it to my list, but there's just too many games.
Right. I do like Acquire. Stock games, not necessarily, a stock game, I gotta have it. But Acquire, I really like. It's relatively simple. I mean, stock isn't really the main thing. It's a tile placement. And then it's, kind of resourcing your stocks or your cards, like resources. And it's also the first game that we played together.
I don't know if it's the first game we played together. It was...
I am confident that it is. It may be not necessarily the first game that we learned together, because I can think of another game, but I sat and watched.
Okay. Well,
but
it is one of the games that we did, the early games that we did get to know each other from. I do like Acquire. I mean, at first I didn't like Acquire because it was stock, but like over time, after I played it a few more times, I definitely did like it. And then it came out of print. And they did come back a couple of times, but I didn't ever buy it.
Oh, yeah. Acquire is, I think, in its history, because it's a pretty old game. We actually have 2 copies, one from my grandparents. And
I got lucky on the second copy at a Goodwill. It was like a Salvation Army. So I got really lucky with this game. I'm so happy we bought it. It had all the pieces. We haven't played it yet.
Going in and out of print, yeah.
Yes.
I really wish we had the newest one, though.
Yeah. I wish I had bought it when I had the chance, but I didn't. At the time, I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, one of the reasons is because the newest one basically adds a third place payout for stocks, where all the other previous versions don't.
Yes. So we would like the new version. If we ever see it, we'll buy it.
So, number 5. My number 5 is Wingspan.
Oh, okay.
I think the only reason it's not higher on my list is because it takes a minute to play, and even when it's just like, hey, we're all experienced players, we can get this done in like an hour. Nope, still takes us like 2.5 hours, because everyone is very thorough with their thought and play.
I like Wingspan. I think the expansion makes it take a little bit longer too.
Possible, but still,
Yes.
I mean, and I'm glad that I can get some casual gamers and some new gamers to have played it, and they really like it. But yeah, the time is what hurts that one. Even like, because the box of, I can't remember what it says on the box, but that is
Not right.
Not unless you are just like this, like those are like you can take your reactions like that without much thought.
Okay, so what number was that one?
That was number 5, I believe. Yes.
Okay, well my number 5 is Potion Explosion. I like Potion Explosion because I like the marble pooling and it's like all the experimenty, science wizardry stuff. We also recently bought the app game, so we've been playing it more often. So it helps when I play a game more, I'm gonna like it, and then the games I don't play as much is like, I don't remember this game. And so that Potion Explosion number 5 is a fun game. We got the app, you can play it on the app also.
Yes, no, I agree. Potion Explosion, I think, was kind of my honorable mention that I didn't add to my list.
That you didn't mention?
Right. Well, because, like, I really like it, but it is a little fiddly with the marbles and we have the first edition, so it has the cardboard. I know they upgraded in the second edition with plastic, the marble holder, but I think one of the reasons I really like it is because that app.
Oh.
That app was like, it's like, ooh, I really like it. I've been playing it a lot on the app, but it's like, no, but the physical copy's got a couple things.
Okay.
So I'm considering my digital game.
I mean, we could easily upgrade it with like better marbles and like a better contraption.
Oh, yeah, we could.
And we wouldn't have an issue with that.
Regardless, the fact that that you have to do that.
Okay. All right. So my number 4 is Wingspan. I like this game. We talked about it. I like it a little bit more than Matt, apparently.
Like I said, the time thing is the one issue with me, because going back, I'll repeat it again, but it's just that idea is like, hey, can we play a game? Yeah, we have 2 hours. Can't play. Don't pull out Wingspan.
Well, it also depends on how many players. But yeah, there's a couple times like, oh, it's going to be a quick game. There's 3 people. It's going to be quick. And then it turns into longer than what we expected.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. Your number 4.
My number 4? A game we very recently played and purchased.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at it behind the camera. New York Zoo.
New York Zoo.
Yes.
I do like New York Zoo.
Yes, I think it took me a second to really think about it, but I think that's my favorite polyomino game at the moment.
Okay.
Yes, I remember how I mentioned that feeling when we were talking about kind of. Yeah, I got that feeling when I was playing that game.
I feel like whenever I play a game...
I mean, not at first.
Yeah.
I will say, about fourth turn, it hit me, but yeah.
I can't think about all the times I play a game. I know that feeling you're talking about. I play a game, I go, ooh, I like this game before we even, get into it, because I like the artwork and I like the play style, but I can't think about all those games, because I feel like I do it quite often.
Yeah,
so I'm like, it's so hard to remember which games those are, because I feel like I do it quite often.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's like your endorphins kick off or something. I don't know.
So, I think it's your turn to go with number 3 first.
Number 3?
Yes.
This one, we did a video on, and I will say it is one of our more popular videos as of the time of this recording. It is Whirling Witchcraft.
I figured you would say that after you started that. Whirling Witchcraft is a pretty fun game. It is, I don't know, how would you describe it?
Different.
It is very different. It's like when you read the rule book and it goes, oh, you pass it one way, and
then you pass the
cauldron
one way, recipes the other.
And then you're trying to overflow. It is very different.
Yeah, like I said, nothing like it. It's very interesting. It's once again got that feeling. And this is also a game that I could say, as of right now, we can probably play it 5 times in a day, and I won't be burnt out on it.
Okay, well, for me, I like the game, but it's not my style of game, so that's the reason it's not my top 10.
Fair enough.
Okay, so number 3. I think you might be surprised with my number 3. Dune Imperium.
No,
No, you're not surprised.
absolutely not.
Okay, so I like Dune Imperium because I like the worker placement aspect. And I mean, I surprised myself with Dune Imperium because I don't like deck building. And Dune Imperium is a deck building game. But the worker placement and all this other stuff that goes in it makes me really enjoy this game.
Valid. I like it, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because of the fact that it has like this combat element, and I'm not exactly a huge one. I know Star Realms was around and were mentioned, and that is pretty much straight
But you
combat.
also play
But
other combat games.
I know, but it's still like I think it's that, and then the deck building, and it's just a little too much, and I feel like it's a very hard struggle to get points. I mean, literally, it's like I feel like a 2-hour game for 10 points.
Yeah,
10
but
points.
you made it. We made it. You won with.
Once or
But
twice.
we didn't play it that many times.
We've been playing it kind of often.
Not enough for us to win a bunch of times.
No, but still.
Okay, so what? That was number 3. Is it my number 2?
Yes.
My number 2 is Calico. Calico is about cats, and you're building your quilt attracting cats, and we love cats. We got a bunch of them. And I love how it's simple. You only have 2 choices, but at the same time it's hard because, like, where do I place these tiles to get to attract the most cats?
Valid. I could say that Calico is a really good game. But, I think it does appeal to my puzzly wants, but it's a little difficult. It's a struggle sometimes.
And yet you win a lot of time. Or when we play against each other, you beat me a lot of time. Yes, dear. We have the score sheets. You can look at them.
Okay.
I don't win as many times. And that's how I know I really like this game, because I will play it a bunch and still keep playing it even though I'm losing.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's my over planning, and it works.
I overplan, but I'm
it-
just not lucky with the tiles.
But sometimes I think smoke might be coming out of my ears. I'm thinking too hard on the game.
Alright.
So my number 2, surprise, surprise, Foundations of Rome.
Okay. I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah.
We didn't get it on the first round.
But played it with a friend. Really liked it. Yes, and I played it again so I could teach you at BGG.
Uh-huh.
And that, I will say that the second time when I played it with you, that feeling
Okay, well...
That feeling kicked in. I was like, ooh, I like this game.
Well, I guess-
And we didn't even play with the expansions because both times I was the first time is my first game. Second time I played it was your first game. So we stuck with basic stuff and just to learn the stuff. I'm excited to play with the expansion stuff. And then the second Kickstarter is another expansion.
Okay, well, yeah, you must be really happy that we actually bought it with the second round.
Yes.
So, I don't know when it's going to come in, but yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. So, number 1.
Number 1, shall we...
Go at the same time?
No, I'm looking for... where's that dice? Could roll the dice for number 1. Yeah, let's roll the dice for number 1.
Okay, well, you gotta go grab the dice. It's right there. Oh, okay. Never mind. There's a different one.
yeah.
Okay, so, highest goes first.
Highest goes first. Sure.
All right.
Oh, that's a 1. So,
I didn't want to go first.
all right. Well, then let's see.
Well, hold up. I'm rolling. Oh, it's a 4. I guess
You know
I'm going
what?
first.
Instead of going first, how about your pick?
Okay.
You gonna go first?
Okay. Yeah, you go first.
Winner's choice.
Yes.
Okay. Mine number 1.
Yes.
should be not really much of a surprise, but the fact that we're collecting them all for reasons. Ticket to Ride.
Oh my gosh. You're number one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That was... I don't know, maybe it's just a sweet spot for me, but that was the first game I've played, and I had that tingly feeling of like, I really like this. I mean, the only parts I hate is stressing out of being locked out of the tracks I want. But other than that, I really enjoy it, and the fact that we are collecting them all is making me really happy, especially that we were able to get our hands on a copy of Markland.
Yes. So, I mean, Ticket to Ride.
Most recently, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So, yeah, my family loves Ticket to Ride. I like Ticket to Ride because we usually like to play games within an hour, and that, like, whenever we play, it hits the hour mark, and it doesn't go over. Like, that's most games I like to play would be an hour or less, although I'm starting to go into the longer games. I still prefer an hour or less.
Yes, I mean, I'm just looking at all the games behind this camera. We have so many. and just the more recent complicated ones that we have yet to learn, that I'm looking like My Father's Work, Wonderland War, and yeah. That's two that's just right there.
Alright, so my number one is Azul Queen's Garden. We recently bought it, played it a bunch. Azul's Queen's Garden is, in my opinion, the most difficult Azul, but it's my favorite because there's a lot of options, and I do like how there's a front and back with the scoring, so it gives you a little bit more variety. Yeah, so you don't just keep scoring. Like, I like the pavilion, and it's nicer, but there's only scoring one way, and I kind of complained about Azul Pavilion because of that, and we'll talk about it in a future video. But Azul's Queen's Garden is my favorite game at this time.
So, is there an asterisk to your number one saying the Azul line in general, though?
No. I feel like...
So the other three Azuls are lacking in the 10. Like, they're
I mean,
lower.
It's not...
There wasn't even an honorable mention for any just Azul being in there.
Okay. I like the Azul, but there's some... The stained glass. I don't like as much. So... That
one I could win.
Yes. That's the reason. No, that's not really the reason. But, no, it's just... I don't know. It's so hard to pick top 10. And I have to think about the game, think about how I feel about the game, and I just know for sure I like Queen's Garden, and I didn't really think about the other Azuls.
Well, I mean, I just asked because I know we both have Ticket to Ride, and we just kind of was like, everything.
Yeah, because Ticket to Ride is mostly the same game, and you just a little twist. Azul is like different. There's more different things in Azul than in Ticket to Ride.
This is true,
and that's how I feel. So I can't group all the Azuls together.
Right. I mean, there is one core mechanic in the first three, but they flipped it on its head for the fourth one.
So yeah, we will eventually do a review on all the Azuls that we have and what we like and don't like about it.
We have them all.
Yes, at the moment. So yeah, Azul's Queen's Garden, my number one.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
I can't think of anything. We went through the top 10. What do you want to add?
I don't know.
Well, thank you all subscribers for helping us reach 100.
That's all. Yes, thank you for everyone who has subscribed and is part of the first 100. Really appreciate those who were like the first 10. What?
Those are family.
Exactly.
They had to.
Appreciate them.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up.
Go ahead.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
See you in the next one.
Bye-bye for now. Oh, was there anything else you want to say? You're like dragging it on, my dear.